Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Philippine Safe Abortion Advocacy Network podcast. I'm Red, and I'm joined by Chantal Umuhoza. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell us a little bit about your organization?
My name is Chantal Umuhoza. I'm from Rwanda. I'm working with a young feminist organization in Rwanda called Spectra that is working on safe sexual and reproductive health and rights, but other different young feminist issues that affect young people.
So how important is the CSW, the Commission on the Status of Women, for reproductive health and rights, and this Women's Rights Caucus that we're part of now?
Yes, CSW is one of the global spaces which is really important for young people to come and voice out their different issues that sometimes might be left out, different issues that some groups may not consider as a priority. So young people have to be in these spaces and to voice out and point out and highlight very important issues that affect their lives. So it's a global space where commitments are negotiated, so young people have to be present and also negotiate as well.
So you were part of our event yesterday, pushing boundaries, advancing safe abortion advocacy in restrictive settings. Here's a link to a video of that event. And during that event, you shared with us that the situation in Rwanda was very similar to that of the Philippines. Can you share with us a little bit more about that?
Yes, in Rwanda we've been advocating to have a law that is less and less restrictive of access to safe abortion, because safe abortion is a very big problem and affects mostly young people. So we, the young people, took the lead to revise the law. It's been for many years now, and the first revision was good, but not very inclusive, and had restrictions, and they were still asking young people to get permission from doctors and also to get permission from the court, which is very difficult for young people, especially from poor families, to get. So we're advocating for that, and right now we're also going through another penal code reform, and we're trying as young people to push as much as possible to make sure that this law is less restrictive and addresses and ensures access to safe abortion for young people.
So you've been working on SRHR for more than a decade now, right? Since I think you were 18. So how have things changed during that decade? Have you noticed progress in your country and around the world around this issue?
Yeah, true. In the beginning, when I started working on SRHR issues, it was mostly about HIV and AIDS. It was mostly about getting young people to have information, because there was lack of information. There were myths about what is sexuality. Even up, there's still myths and lack of information. But right now, we've also progressed to talk about different other issues that affect young people's sexuality that were not discussed in those ages. Access to safe abortion is an issue that we're also pushing, which at that time was not a priority. But now we're saying, yes, young people can have information, but they also have a right to contraceptives, to have access to safe services. And that's how we're slowly progressing at country level, but also linking to the different global spaces and commitments that the countries make to improve the situation for young people.
What is the biggest challenge in advocating for safe abortion in your country and around the world?
Sexuality in general is a taboo topic in general, in my country, in most countries, everywhere in the world, I think. So it becomes very difficult to talk it, even with policymakers, even with parents, even with young people. So you have to be creative to find ways of how to talk about it without making people uncomfortable. So it's a very sensitive topic, but it's a very important topic that we have to talk about, because it affects the rest of our life, our well-being, our lives. So that's the challenge, how to get creative, how to talk about it, but while making sure that you address each and everything.
So other than creativity, what are other effective ways in changing people's minds, both for the people who are very conservative on this issue and for the people who are progressive, let's say they're supportive of contraception and other SRHR, but not supportive of safe abortion access?
Yeah, our idea is to continue doing capacity building, raising awareness among these people, but also through media. Media really changes the mindset of people. And if you can manage to train the media to get the right information, correct information, to have radio talk shows, people slowly understand and hear these things more and more, and they change their mindset. So sexuality was not openly discussed like 10 years ago in my country, but right now when people hear about sexuality on the radio, they don't feel uncomfortable. So with time, you continue discussing and engaging and getting all these kind of issues in the media, people start feeling not very uncomfortable, but actually are able to listen and to question and to debate those issues. So it takes time, but you have to push on and keep raising awareness and giving the right information to the people.
So as a young feminist and activist, like, what is your message to young feminists who would like to get started in advocacy of SRHR or safe abortion access?
I would say it's the young people throughout the world. Young people contribute the biggest population of the world. So it's up to us. It's up to us to take on the issues that are affecting our lives. We should not wait for the older people to think about how to solve our issues, but for us, because we know better what is affecting us and what we want. So it's I call on all the people that really believe in equitable and justice and gender rights issues to stand up and voice out the issues, and for us to be the younger generation that changes the way of things and and the way of thinking around what young people should and shouldn't do.
Thank you so much, Chantal, for sharing your time with us.
Thank you too.
That's good. Thank
All
you
right.
so much,
Thank you.